U.S. Supreme Court justices will now decide on the legality of President Trump's use of emergency law to impose global tariffs after an argument on Wednesday. It is not clear when the ruling will come, as the top court normally takes months to make decisions. The line of questioning by the justices align more with the plaintiff's position, however. That assessment was reflected on betting platforms. Bets on Polymarket and Kalshi show a very low market confidence in Trump's win. Trump once again warned of a disaster if the ruling goes against tariffs.
It would be devastating for our country if we lost that. Devastating. I think it's one of the most important, maybe the most, but one of the most important cases in the history of our country.
The argument by the lawyers and questions by the justices suggested skepticism on Trump's tariffs. The key highlights included: does the power to impose tariffs rest with the president or Congress? Are tariffs a form of taxes and revenue? The interpretation of specific language of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Messy refund process if tariffs ruling illegal also took center stage.
Well, I agree with you. I think the odds of President Trump winning this case, prior, as I suggested just before, prior to the hearing, I think was even money, really. After the arguments, I think he doesn't have much chance, as long as the oral arguments actually mirror the final vote by the justices.
During the arguments, U.S. Solicitor General John Sauer, representing the Trump administration, faced tough questions. Chief Justice John Roberts characterized tariffs as the core power of Congress, since they amounted to the imposition of taxes on Americans. Trump appointed Justice Neil Gorsuch, and Amy Coney Barrett also asked skeptical questions. Barrett questioned whether the argument on IEEPA phrasing was enough for Trump to impose tariffs. Gorsuch repeatedly raised concerns about the administration's bypassing Congress's authority. Gorsuch said revenue policies are done through our elected representatives. The justice said the constitutional assignment of the taxing power to Congress is a really key part of the context here. Gorsuch raised alarm on the administration's claim that Congress had delegated its authority over tariffs to the president.
What would prohibit Congress from just abdicating all responsibility to regulate foreign commerce, for that matter, declare war, to the president?
We don't contend that he could do that.
You do. You say it's unreviewable. There's no manageable standard, nothing to be done. And now you're, I think tell me if I'm wrong. You backed off that position.
Maybe that's fair to say.
Okay,
because
all right.
That would be,
Thank
I think,
you.
an abdication. That would really be an abdication, not a delegation.
Lawyer Neil Katyal on the consequences of invalidating Trump's tariffs. While Katyal agreed it could be messy, he argued the burden of the refund process should not be determined or determine the outcome of the case.
If you win, tell me how the reimbursement process would work. Would it be a complete mess? I mean, you're saying before the government promised reimbursement, and now you're saying, oh, well, that's rich. But how would this work? It seems to me like it could be a mess.
So it's difficult, okay. Absolutely. We don't deny that it's difficult.